So, Tori, how about that new Godzilla movie?
I didn't see it.
Oh, you suck. How about Spider-Man? Did you see that?
I did.
All right, we'll talk about Spider-Man. Hey, it's the Obsessed Movie Man, and with me is my special guest. That's where you come in.
My name is Jacques.
Okay, do you go by Tori or TAGMovieReviews, or what do you...
I don't even care at this
All right.
point. Everyone calls me Tori, and then everyone calls me Tag, and so it doesn't really matter at this point.
Alright, so it's just Jack and Tori right now. I want to apologize again for lack of videos, and also that I did not review Spider-Man Far From Home. I know that's a big thing.
I did!
I know Tori did. Tori, you can see Tori's review on his channel. I'll put a link in there. And I should have reviewed it because I'm a big Spider-Man fan. In fact, one of the first videos I ever did on YouTube was talking about The Amazing Spider-Man and how I was foolishly optimistic for it. And looking back, that series is now almost entirely irrelevant, pending they actually do a live-action Spider-Verse film, which Sony, in their infinite wisdom, is actually considering, where they bring Maguire, Garfield, and Holland together. Let's see what
That would be interesting.
That would be. Let's see what Kevin Feige says about that. But no. But anyways, I saw Far From Home a few months ago, or a month ago. I believe it came out in July, right? Or was it June?
Well, I went and saw it the day after my birthday, so the 5th. Yeah, it came out around like the beginning of July because there was Far From Home, there was that Midsummer movie that I wanted to see, but
I still haven't seen Midsummer. People say it's good.
I've heard really weird things about it, but
I
still haven't seen it yet. And oh well.
But Spider-Man Far From Home, and just want to say, I know there's probably no excuse at this point, but spoilers if you have not seen Avengers Endgame. If you haven't, well...
We love you 3000. Good
yeah,
luck.
we love you 3000, Tony Stark dies. Okay. Now, because that's a big plot point, and I found that funny... for the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, at one point they had Tom Holland say, "Don't watch this trailer unless you've seen Endgame." Do you remember that?
And then people watched it and were like, "What? Tony died?"
What?
And you're just like, "Yeah, did you not get the warning in the beginning?"
Got a warning. Yeah, this takes place right after Avengers Endgame, and alright, so the timeline, I think, is now set in the future, because it's 5 years, so yeah, go ahead.
I said this in my review. I felt like Spider-Man Far From Home was like a giant like epilogue and a nice like ending to the whole MCU Infinity War saga. This was like a nice little epilogue of like, this is actually what Spider-Man has to deal with.
It's like
now.
right after Return of the Kings, when Aragorn is crowned king, then you have the epilogue of Bilbo and Frodo going off to the...
You mean the 40-minute epilogue, which no one needed?
Exactly. That's what I feel like there.
Exactly.
But the whole 5 years thing kind of throws things out, because now you're at, what was it, 2021? Or what was it?
It was like 2020, 2021, 2020, I believe.
And so there is kind of a joke where they're the same age, but...
Well, that's the snap.
The people, or as the blip, as they call it, they want to be... I guess that's something the kids would call it, but... So, like, the kids who still survive, they age, which is kind of funny with the Brad character. But then Peter and everyone else comes back the same age. And they actually do show footage of they're in the exact same place where they left. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, so does that mean... like Doctor Strange and Peter Parker just were on that planet again, and everyone just got...
Well, yeah, they said that in Endgame.
Oh, yeah,
when the blip when the blip happened, and they're like, Spider-Man goes up to Iron Man and goes, "Oh God, hey, Tony, we Doctor Strange opened a portal, was like, hey, let's go, we're gonna save everybody," and they were still on that planet, so I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Right, I actually did think it was funny that they were having a pep rally, and then all of a sudden they just show up again. That was...
My favorite scene was the whole in memorial.
Yes.
Where it showed
all the Avengers.
Yeah, and I'm like thinking, oh, okay, but then the really sad part that hit me was knowing that Steve Rogers died.
Yeah. And he's not dead
no,
yet.
No, he's dead.
Not yet.
No, he's dead.
Fine, okay, he's dead.
He's dead. That's because, like, he's an old man, you know, that meme that went around, like, you know, I don't really know.
Yeah, no, I don't think I will.
No, I don't think I will. Yeah, no, he's dead. He's dead at this point.
He's quite dead. Well, and it is Ned. I mean, the whole class is going on a vacation. Peter, inexplicably, because I don't really know if they set this up properly in Far From Home, not Far From Home, in Homecoming or not, but Peter has a crush on MJ.
No.
They didn't set that up before, but still, You gotta move things along, and that's fine. And I actually do like the Michelle Jones character. She does very much remind me of, I keep forgetting her name, the basket case from Breakfast Club. She really does remind me of that character.
That's the whole idea. This one was, as Homecoming was supposed to be the Breakfast Club, this one was supposed to be Breakfast Club meets European Vacation.
And I actually think they accomplish that a lot. Like, the pure words cannot express how much joy I get when Flash Thompson gets injured or something bad happens to him.
Oh, yeah.
And he has the character. You know what? I want to say this. I don't mind this Flash Thompson. I know people are like, he's not a jock. You've had 2 movies and God knows how many animated series of Flash being a jock, but I don't give a crap that they changed it. He still is a bully, and he still has his love of almost fetish-like love of Spider-Man.
No, he has like some weird obsession with Spider-Man.
Just like in the comics.
They said that in Far From Home.
Yeah, what is it with you and Spider-Man? It's like, he's a cool dude, has a nice suit, and he wants to protect the neighborhood. He sees Peter. What's up, dickhead? Yeah. That is Flash Thompson from the comics.
That was funny.
I believe, even in the comics, Flash Thompson set up a fan club for Spider-Man. And which was funny because he was the jock in the original comics, and it was just...
Well, yeah, that's the Raimi, like... I never read the comics.
No, in the Raimi, they didn't go with... Flash is in, like, one scene in the 3rd film, and he's in the first one, but they don't explore his obsession with Spider-Man. In Amazing Spider-Man, they kind of hint at it, where he's wearing a Spider-Man shirt at the end, but this one fully gets Dick... Flash Thompson, but love of Spider-Man. No, he hates Peter Parker.
Yeah, I've never read the comics, so all your references are going to go over my head. I only know the movies.
But they're on vacation, and that's when you're going to see all these elementals. And spoilers, one of them is supposedly, at least on the wiki page, credited as Sandman, the one at the beginning. Yeah, then there's Hydro Man, and there's Molten Man. Molten Man in the comics is actually the brother of Liz Allen. And then there's some Thunder one, which I don't know. But Mysterio, this being named Quentin Beck, is from another dimension trying to stop these elementals. And Nick Fury and Maria Hill are bringing Spider-Man in. And just to get spoilers right out of the way, because we already said it, Quentin Beck is not from a different universe. He is an ex-Stark employee who's angry at once. It's basically the Syndrome plot from The Incredibles.
This is my gripe with the movie.
Paul, should I explain it a bit more quickly before you get into it? Or...
Yeah, you could get into it a little bit more.
He has this illusion technology, which was the same illusion technology used in Civil War, where Tony Stark... Barf. That's a funny line. He called my technology Barf! But it's the same technology that you saw in Civil War, where Tony Stark has the flashback memory of him meeting his parents for the last time. And he's vengeful of that, but he wants to be the new superhero. So all of these elementals are fake, they're holograms. And he's going to be the greatest Avenger of all time. I don't know how S.H.I.E.L.D. did... Well, S.H.I.E.L.D. is gone, but I don't know how he was not real... How they didn't realize that he was...
Oh, no, they did. They at first, they were just like, he's probably whatever. But then, like, as soon as, like, the ending happened...
Oh, yeah, the ending...
They're just like...
The ending explains why they didn't realize...
bullshit.
Yeah. Like, but I was just like, why they didn't try researching him before. But... and also, last big spoiler for this... There is edited video that implicates Spider-Man in Mysterio's death, which I don't believe he's dead, but it makes it look like Spider-Man is causing these drone attacks, and this was released on the controversial website, the Daily Bugle, and lo and behold, our prayers were answered, and J.K. Simmons is sort of like a spoof of Alex Jones, shows up as J. Jonah Jameson, and every time, I went to see this movie twice in theaters, every time there was a round of applause, or at least an audible gasp, and then... So now, also Quentin Beck, Mysterio reveals that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and that's why I like this film, because they actually did something that I want to see where it goes with it. Because each Spider-Man film, usually the villain finds out who Spider-Man is, and it's cliche. And then you have the cliche web-swinging scene, American flag maybe, kiss from a girl.
American flag.
Was there?
Yeah.
They were in Europe. But
No, not the Europe, at the very end where the credits happen.
I want to see where they're going with this, because this is something they've never, outside of the comics and the actual Civil War, they've never done. Also, one more thing I liked, I was going to groan, they were going to do the cliche romantic web-swinging, but Michelle Jones captures what I think would be realistic, where she's screaming in fear, and it's like, let's never do that again. I'm like, thank you! We broke some goddamn cliches. I don't need to see that again, and now I want to see where they're going. Now, I thought this film was good. I liked Homecoming more, but I did enjoy this. Oh yeah, Nick Fury and Maria Hill weren't really there. They were Skrulls the whole time, and that was actually kind of funny. Tori, take it away and tell us all how wrong you are. No, I'm sure you have legitimate problems.
Thank you, Jack.
Sorry, I just wanted to. I wanted to get my opinions all out because you've done your review, and I have not talked. And I love talking about Spider-Man in general.
You're fine. You're
Go
fine.
ahead.
So, I have some gripe, and I have some things about it. I agree with you. I liked it a little bit more than Homecoming. Homecoming
I actually like Homecoming a bit more, but that's not to say this is bad.
But it's a bit more, yeah. I would assume that too. Homecoming was great because it had a great villain. It had a great story.
And you understood perfectly where that villain is coming from.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a blue-collar worker who was screwed over by a billionaire.
So, what I think this film lacked was villain. Don't get me wrong, Jake Gyllenhaal was great. I liked him. He was a great villain.
As soon as he switched to, alright, get this stupid I was like, okay, I'm entertained by him.
I was already entertained by him.
If you know who Mysterio is in the comics, you know where this is going.
I knew that. Okay, because I don't read comics. I knew who Mysterio was.
The Master of Illusions.
Yeah, honestly, he was a villain, and I knew that was going to be the villain of the movie. Hell, the funniest thing was seeing like the campaign for this, where they had Spider-Man. And
at the hospital.
At the hospital. Like,
and they actually say, we're going after Mysterio.
Yeah. No, they're like, we're saving the world together. And I'm just like, oh, those kids do not know.
That's like if you said Batman and the Joker, too.
The Batman and the Joker, we're best friends.
We're best friends. Hey, here's a crowbar, kid. But and also, for me, because I'm a collector, if you look at the freaking box of his action figure, it blatantly says Spider-Man has to save the world from Mysterio or something like that.
The marketing for it was bad.
Because I think in that case, his name is frickin' Mysterio. I think in this case everyone knew it, but still I agree with you. And by the way, that video is hilarious of them going to children's hospital.
And I'm just like, oh no. But anyways, Jake Gyllenhaal was good. I like him. He's a good actor. The problem was the development of him was not as great as Vulture was.
I was not as interested, and also
it was just another. He was just another like
Tony Stark created
villain. Like what Jeff Bridges.
Okay, that was actually kind of funny. That caught me off guard, where they actually show other people who are kind of screwed over Tony Stark, and there's this one guy from the first Iron Man. I thought they were gonna do more people, but it was just that one guy. I was just like, oh, okay, cool, I guess. But I didn't feel bad for this villain as I did for the other one. Because while the other one was like a blue-collar everyday worker who got screwed over by Tony Stark, this one was like, he was already with Tony Stark. And they talked about how Tony fired him because he was kind of unhinged. Which, if that's the case, you're like, okay, but you also said the quote-unquote, Guy Pearce's character, the one who turned out to be man, was also unhinged. Yeah, but then the Guy Pearce guy, or whatever, he left, and we don't know what happened to him. Yeah, but he still blamed Tony Stark. Like, that's a criticism I have with some of the MCU villains, where it seems like a majority of them are either intentionally or unintentionally created by Tony Stark. See, I wish that this film came out next year. Only because I wanted to let Endgame soak in. Let it breathe a bit. Yeah, I wanted to let it breathe, and I wanted to be like, okay, guys, this is our final film. And before we get started on a new saga, we're going to push Spider-Man to, 2020. Which would have been so much better. It would have gotten a lot more money than it would have, because everyone would build up for that. Yeah, but it's already... Regardless, it's already the highest-grossing Spider-Man film. It is. Regardless, it's like what it's like $1 billion right now. But I'm just saying, marketing and planning out these films is challenging. I would say, I wouldn't have Captain Marvel at all. I wouldn't have Ant-Man and the Wasp at all after Infinity War. This might go into a tangent. I thought Captain Marvel would be more impactful if they introduced her earlier on, so when she comes back, it would have been a bigger deal. See, with Captain Marvel, I did finally got to watch Captain Marvel. I got it on DVD. I feel like it was pointless. I really do. Because they set her up I know it's a tangent, but they set her up as a very big deal for Infinity War, and then when Infinity War is there, she's not actually really in it, so I wonder why she's even on the cover. That's how little she's in the film. But back to Spider-Man. Yeah, we're on a tangent. Yeah, so I wanted to put that out there. My tangent is, Spider-Man Far From Home was good. The chemistry between Mary J. and Peter Parker... excuse me, it's Michelle Jones. Whatever. MJ and Peter Parker were good. It was
It was adorable.
I like the necklace is called the Black Dahlia. Like the murder.
It's funny. There's some funny jokes with it, and what I liked about Zendaya's character was that she's not like the stereotypical, oh save me.
She's not a damsel in distress.
She's not a damsel in distress.
Not
like in the
once. Not once in any of these films has she been captured by a villain, I believe.
No, this is I don't think she got captured in this one.
Yeah, no, she's being held up at gunpoint, but that's like their quite the bit going after the whole class.
That was with Jon Favreau in the class. And
that it's funny and weird where he keeps like hitting on Aunt May.
Nah.
I feel like there should be some more mention of Uncle Ben somewhere.
Nope.
Okay, fair enough.
Nope, you don't get Uncle Ben in this universe.
But also, the twist that it was okay. I kind of wish it was the real Nick Fury, but when the scroll was like, it's embarrassing. We shapeshift. It's embarrassing. We couldn't. I thought that was a little funny line. He's like, and they kept asking, "Where's the Avengers?" And I don't know what to say to that. Which that's funny, but it shows Nick Fury in space. And I think that does set up what they were saying originally is they're going to try and explore the more cosmic side of the MCU.
Well, that's the whole Eternals and
possibly Fantastic Four.
The Doctor Strange one with the horror element.
I think
they promised in the first one it would be a horror element, but no.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They should have saved Dormammu. I still maintain that.
But Spider-Man Far From Home was good. I enjoyed it. It was not as captivating as
Homecoming.
No, Endgame.
Oh, it's Endgame, yeah.
Because see, this is my gripe with the MCU. It's like you had something like Infinity War, and you're like, oh god, Infinity War was so great. Oh, now we got Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, that was.
Then with Endgame, it was like, oh god, Endgame was so great. Oh, we got Spider-Man.
I know, and it's Ant-Man. They like the MCU. They go with different genres. Where the Ant-Man and the Wasp were more like heist or like kind of film. So I think that is a misstep in putting it right after Endgame, where it should have been probably before. Because I think if it was before, it would have had a somewhat more of a reception to it.
Yeah, I would have been interested in if something were, the snap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, we already know about the snap in Infinity War that happens. What if we put Ant-Man before Infinity War?
So you're like, what's that?
And everyone went, what just happened? Wait, what? And then that's when the whole snap thing happens. And then we'll see that in action going, oh, that's what happened. That would have been more captivating. And that's what I feel like. So Phase 3 was their final phase, right? They're
doing more.
Well, they're doing more, but like their final phase in
terms of the Infinity Saga, yeah.
I feel with that, they messed up with like moving things around and pushing things and adding things and like they could have done a lot more better planning it out, which I hope that they might do for the next one. But I'm not gonna watch the next saga because I'm tired of it.
I think for me it depends on what the film is, who's in it, and what I think of the trailer. It's gonna depend on that.
I'll probably only go see Guardians 3.
Yeah,
because I gotta support James Gunn.
Once he's done with his Suicide Squad film, which I don't even know if it's a remake or a sequel or what it is.
It's a reboot.
Oh, wonderful!
But it still has Margot Robbie.
Of course, it does.
The Idris Elba might be Deadshot.
Okay, I'm good.
And then they're gonna have all these new ones like Polka Dot Man, and he's gonna be a villain. Like all these obscure villains that.
You know what? If they do that, can we please have the Condiment King?
Trust me, it's James Gunn. He's gonna make some like characters that you'll go, what? Be 20 times more popular.
Also, just want to state for the record, I read an article. Apparently, Howard the Duck will have a bigger role in Guardians 3. I'm so thrilled. This is quacktastic news.
Yep. Quackity quack quack.
Well, I think that's enough. I know we can out on a tangent, but I would... Tori, would you at least recommend Spider-Man Far From Home?
I would recommend it if you want to see how much more the MCU can go, because like I said,
the ending.
I said it more in my review that this is more of an epilogue, like a nice little epilogue to the Infinity War saga, and I agree. Like I like it. I like to see where it goes with the whole Spider-Man, where it's like, oh, Spider-Man's actually Peter Parker, and then Peter Parker goes, what the, and just
let me just say again, thank you, Kevin. Whether it was Amy Pascal, Kevin Feige. Even if it was Amy Pascal, I'll give them credit. Thank you for bringing J.K. Simmons, because I think they knew that...
Well, did you see the interview with Sam Raimi, where they're like, did you know about the new Spider-Man film? And Sam Raimi goes, oh, yeah, I know. And they're like, you know that your friend J.K. Simmons is on there. And he goes, "Oh yeah, no." He called me, and I said, "I give you my full price to go back and do that again."
I heard that, and I'm like, I think they knew, being that he still voices him in cartoons, they knew that no one could replace him.
No, he's similar to Robin Williams in the Genie, but that's a different story.
That's a different story.
But yeah, it's like something you cannot change or touch. We do.
And even if that's the last we see him, we at least know he exists and that he's out there. So, and I would recommend Far From Home. I personally liked Homecoming more because of the villain.
Yes,
but that's just me. I would recommend go seeing it, especially I'm anxious to see where it goes. So thank you, Tag or Tori, for joining me on
why
this.
do you have your hand out?
I was gonna shake his hand, but we forgot we're not on camera. It's just a voiceover. So
We're probably doing a TV recap.
yay, we're doing a TV recap today. All right, see you guys later. Bye.